Good morning and welcome to After GMS. Today is Monday, September 13th. I'm Tracy McCain here with Megan Malaris, and so happy to have our Ed Matthews back. You're refreshed, ready to go.
Ready to bring more good weather.
Was I missed on my days off last week?
Always.
I definitely always miss you.
I appreciate that, and I miss you when you're out as well. But all charged up, ready to go.
Yes. All right, ready for heat to return, at least temporarily.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit. Won't be anything unbearing, but you know, we haven't had a 90-degree day for a while. Probably not today, but maybe an opportunity to reach 90 tomorrow. We'll say upper 80s to near the 90-degree mark. Plenty of sunshine both today and tomorrow. A few clouds start to mix in with the sun as we go into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, although the heat's coming back pretty quickly, it's going to take a while for the humidity to return. And it's not going to be a steam bath situation or anything like that, but it will be a little bit more humid as we head through the week. Therefore, we will mention a pop-up storm Wednesday afternoon, but only a 20% chance of that, and then raise it up to about a 30 to 40% chance by Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But I think overall, the week ahead really is going to be pretty nice here in the Piedmont.
Oh, nice. I enjoy nice weather. The overnight temperatures, I feel like, are nice and comfortable. And then you get to the daytime temperatures, and you're like, oh, hello, June.
Right. It's hard to dress this time of year. Layers are key.
Definitely. So more comfortable weather over the weekend brought a whole lot of people outside this weekend. The North Carolina Folk Festival wrapped up yesterday, and Chow Downtown returns to Greensboro today.
So this morning, a quick check-in with you. How do you feel about the return of some of these larger outdoor events as we wrap up summer, get into fall? Are you getting out and about more, or are you scaling back due to COVID concerns? Drop a comment here below while we talk about it.
Yeah, so we got some of your responses in via text. Carter said, we enjoyed Keeley Park Pups at the Spray Ground this past Saturday. Dudley, he said, our golden doodle and his brother are practicing safety measures by wearing a mask. Mark said, I'm avoiding all large events. And we had some more, Meg.
Yeah, some of these coming in on Facebook. Pete said, life as usual, just a little extra distance. We heard from Alice as well, who said, living life, I'm not going to stay home and live in fear. Joy said, scaling back. And then somebody else wrote on my page, agreeing with what I had mentioned earlier, where it's kind of situational for my family. I think a lot of people with young children or someone who's immunocompromised can agree with that. You know, it's case by case. Like for us, we evaluate, is it going to be crowded, whether it's inside or outside? We are kind of gravitating more toward those outside activities, spaces where we know we can be distanced and just feel a little safer. I also look at the mask guidance at certain spaces, especially if they are indoors. So, you know, yeah, it's just whatever you and your family, I feel, are comfortable with, but you do have to be aware of the rules in place because they can sometimes vary by city, county, or by event.
Especially as events are requiring proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test before entry. I'm starting to see that a lot more lately. So for me, it is also situational, but I feel like my kids are kind of taking the lead in this. You know, my children, my older two, are in school, so they are wearing masks in kindergarten and preschool. And then, you know, they are doing their afternoon events still, dance class, soccer practice, you know, all the things that they're involved in. So, you know, with them, trying to give them a sense of, you know, a normal childhood, you know, I feel like, you know, we've kind of let them, you know, venture out and do the things that they need to do to feel like they're normal, you know, and I think that's important. My husband and I had to weigh, you know, the importance of, you know, both aspects. And we talked to our pediatrician, and our pediatrician said, by no means do you need to keep them away from school or after school activities. You know, they need that to have successful, well-rounded lives. So that's what we're doing. And I mean, I'm at work, I'm indoors, you know, we're distant, but you know, we're still doing what we have to do to make money and support our families. So.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people are saying. I mean, they're going to work too. They're being careful, of course, but life does go on. You just have to take precautions that are suitable to you and your family.
That's right. I'm a little more cautious indoors, but like you said, life goes on. You got to come to work. You have to go out, do grocery shopping and run errands and things like that. But always wearing a mask. So being extra careful indoors. Outdoors, I haven't been to any really big events where there's a ton of people or anything like that. But even so, I just kind of keep my distance, don't get into big crowds or anything like that. But I think overall I feel pretty comfortable. I'm not going to let the fear of this take my life over or anything like that. I think it's just being smart and being careful in situations where there are a lot of people around.
So you asked this question on the feed, Megan, and you're getting a lot of responses.
Yeah, we heard from several people here, kind of varying. Joe mentioned she's still working 6 days a week. Jessica said, I think it's great if people are not comfortable with it, they can stay home, they don't have to go. The people who are, they can go and get out and about as they see fit. Tish said between her boys playing football and soccer, that's about all she's doing, nothing major. Dana said it depends on the event. She went to the Coltrane Jazz Festival because she felt they did a good job with social distancing. She was not too sure about the North Carolina Folk Festival, but she said she refuses to go to any events or festivals in Atlanta, presumably because there are larger crowds there, or there can be. Carolyn is staying in as much as possible, having surgery, so staying safe as much as she can. Bobby went to an event in Mount Airy this past Saturday. It was crowded. And then some other folks weighing in saying they're just doing what they can, wearing masks, trying to avoid large crowds.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it is situational.
Yeah.
If you're going to go to a Panthers game, where there's 75,000 other people, it's a big event. You may want to take some extra precautions. But if you're going, downtown to Chow Fest and it's an outdoor seating event in a venue, you may want to, have a little bit of a laid back concern. So, and I say laid back because I guess we really shouldn't take a laid back approach, but I mean, we are I think COVID fatigue has set in for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you want to, have as much of, a normal life as possible. Not that that's ever going to be possible again, but,
Yeah.
you just want to feel like you're involved in the community still.
Yeah. And then normal can look different. Sometimes the normal
totally does.
the normal changes. And so I think, wearing masks has become normal, whether it's comfortable or not. But students have definitely been resilient wearing them in classrooms around here now that all TRIAD schools are mandating masks. And so we're going to keep seeing this evolving and, we'll see how things go heading into fall and winter.
Yeah. That's all we can do.
All right, let's get to our headlines. Then we have another talker coming up. That one about the Panthers, so changing the mood there. But first, let's get to this. This morning, students in 3 Stokes County schools will go back to their classrooms after COVID-19 clusters forced them to learn virtually last week. The schools include Southeastern Middle School, King Elementary School, and Piney Grove Middle School. The CDC defines a cluster as when 2 or more confirmed cases are discovered among a group within a 14-day period. Several TRIAD health systems are adding more testing appointments and opening locations because of the recent rise in demand. Cone Health will start COVID testing in Rockingham County on South Main Street across from Annie Penn Hospital today. And Novant Health reopened its drive-through testing site at Haynes Mall in Winston-Salem 2 weeks ago. Appointments are required at both sites.
A traffic note if you're driving through Winston-Salem this morning. A water main break forced crews to close part of BETHARARA Road just north of Wake Forest University. It is the section between Old Town Road and Silas Creek Parkway. Winston-Salem firefighters say there was also a car crash in the area. Crews are working to repair the break and resume water service to nearby homes. But until that is done, you will need to avoid this area. The Greensboro Police Department is introducing young adults to a potential future in law enforcement. The department's Explorer program offers a unique look at the training and skills needed to do the job and to build a future. WFMY News 2's Denise McMiller takes a look at how the program is getting results for those involved and the community.
Through the program, participants can become officers themselves, but they must be from the city of Greensboro. So this builds a police force full of officers that know the city and has connections to better serve the community. The work-based program gives 14 through 20-year-olds a chance to learn what policing is like. Participants learn defense tactics, forensics, go through leadership training, ride-alongs, and much more. The officers mentoring students say the academy is built to make students leaders in whatever profession they choose, even if it's outside of law enforcement.
We've had students go through who went on to the military, and then of course other opportunities as well. We encourage them to choose whatever their interests and their skills align, and we're here to mentor them and help them make informed decisions about their future.
There is an interview process and probation period. It's a year-long program, and meetings are the first Tuesday of each month. An information session is set to take place on Tuesday at 6 p.m. We'll have that link in this story on our website at WFNYnews2.com.
Pretty cool program. So this morning, Panthers Nation has a little extra pep in its step. The team won against the New York Jets 19-14.
Yeah, an impressive win, kind of a nail biter towards the end there. But our question this morning is about your feelings for the season. They got the first win at home against a pretty good team with a new quarterback. So anyway, let us know in the comments how you're feeling about the Panthers' opening win this season. So Kevin shared a picture saying, "Great to see the Panthers win. I'm from out of town, just here for work this week, but a nice shot of Bank of America Stadium. You can see Panthers fans really showing out." Bobby said, "I feel real good about the Panthers win yesterday. I think they're going to do very well this season. I was glad to see Sam get his redemption against his former team for letting him go," talking about the Jets. And another viewer said, "Yep, got a good feeling about those Panthers." Lawrence said, "The Panthers home opener yesterday was spectacular. As always," he said, "I plan on attending all the home games this fall." Nice.
So a couple mentions there about Sam, meaning Sam Darnold, our new quarterback, who came from the Jets. So for him, it was kind of maybe a little bit of redemption, or you mentioned earlier, something to prove was how some of the commentators were describing it. There was a lot of commotion about a fumble he had a little early on in the game, but he picked back up and got to it, threw for more than 270 yards. He was pretty amazing. And I think really the team was jiving. I mean, it wasn't all about Christian McCaffrey yesterday. It was kind of a lot of it. But some other players played some really amazing roles in it as well. And you could feel the momentum. And I think, you know, now with this new leadership under Coach Matt Rule, it's a new start. And they couldn't have started it off any better than they did with a win.
So again, I didn't sit down and watch the game because my theory is when I do sit down and watch, they do not win. So I kind of did other things around the house, and as I was like walking around, I heard about the fumble. And I also, you know, heard he ran in a touchdown as well. But I did hear Christian McCaffrey's name a lot, which, you know, Panthers missed him last season when he was out for an injury. So, and he likes to play. He likes to be out on the field for every play. But they do need to find ways of incorporating some of our other young talent into the squad. But I do feel like, you know, it is impressive considering last year wasn't so much. But I need to see 4 to 5 games before making a determination about where we're going. One game just isn't enough. But I am glad to see the win. The W column, Ed Matthews, it's where you are.
Oh yeah, I like that idea. I'm with you, Tracy. I stayed away from the TV. I mean, way away, because I got out and enjoyed the weather and went for a long bike ride. But, you know, I feel every time, you know, I get my wings and I sit down and get comfortable, Rio's by my side, and we watch the game, they just completely come across as they didn't show up. I mean, okay, Panthers, where are you at? So as long as I stay away and I don't watch, we're going to have a winning season. And I think you can almost bet on that.
We can go all the way to the Super Bowl?
Wouldn't that be nice? Ed didn't watch a single game, and look where we're at. We're at the Super Bowl.
They have to fly you out.
Yeah, that's it. But I am delighted that we won. What a great way to start this season, and I think it's a confidence builder. As we put the new team together and moving forward, it's going to be interesting to see how they do. I'm kind of like you, Tracy. I'd like to see a couple of 2 or 3 more games before I say, oh wow, these guys are all fired up. They were fired up yesterday, but let's see if they stay fired up. That's the key.
Yeah, the fans were fired up too. I mean, it was electric in that stadium, back to 100% capacity, 75,000 fans. Of course, mask rules applied in the indoor areas of the stadium, but the main Bank of America Stadium is outside mostly. So I think people felt pretty safe going, or if they didn't, they took precautions. But it was really cool to see some of these other elements that the Panthers incorporated. They have an incredible social media team. And so if you follow the Panthers on Instagram, they posted this virtual reality video they did. It was some pretty cool editing. There was this giant Sir Purr leaping off the scoreboard into the fans, onto the field. I mean, it was really, really kind of cool. So it's just fun to see the creative elements that the team comes up with every year too, to kind of boost the morale and encourage people to cheer on the Panthers.
Yeah, what a great weekend though, to honor our first responders that were in attendance at the game. A lot of New York Police Department, Fire Department personnel, supporters of not only the Panthers but the New York Jets. They were in Charlotte for the weekend on a very special weekend, I think, for our country as we, mark the history-changing events of 9/11. So to show them honor and respect and thank them for their courage and bravery on that day and moving forward, it was really awesome. I did love hearing that part of the announcing yesterday.
Yeah, we had some comments coming in here on our feed. Joe said, once the Panthers got the rust knocked off, I feel pretty good about the season ahead. I know Bobby weighed in previously, but he added to that. He said they looked really good yesterday. I feel they are going to do very well. It's been several years since they've been in the Super Bowl, and that wasn't the outcome we wanted. So, maybe this is our year. If not, it is a year again for building on that momentum with this new team, a new coach, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. On to next Sunday, right?
Yes.
We will see.
Yes.
All right, Ed Matthews, the week ahead is hot and a little bit of some humidity coming back in the forecast too.
Yeah, the heat coming back first, and then the humidity somewhat more gradual. It's not going to feel like a steam bath, but it will be somewhat muggier by the middle and latter part of the week. Today and tomorrow, I think we're going to get pretty close to 90, but it'll feel like that actual temperature minus the heat index. So no worries about that over the next few days. Back up around 90 tomorrow, upper 80s on Wednesday. Now late Wednesday, there could be a pop-up storm. We build up enough moisture, I think, for a few isolated storms for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 30% chance on Thursday, and we'll bump it up just a little bit to a 40% chance of afternoon storms on Friday and Saturday. And of course, we've got Tropical Storm Nicholas that's going to move inland along the Texas coast late tonight, early tomorrow. It is still unclear if any of that moisture would move our way. Maybe a little bit towards the middle and latter part of the week, but nothing significant.
We are all over
Summer.
that 7 days is like up and down, but not really going too far down.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for the forecast, Ed, and thank you so much for joining us for these great conversations that we've had.
Yeah, we'll do this every weekday at 7:45, so we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.
Take care.